Hey everyone, Dana Williamson here with B.A.D, Blessed Anointed Destiny LLC, the original B.A.D Queen of the Round Table. Um, this is another segment, and it's probably going to be my 1.75 segment of the One Woman Conference. I'm sharing some things that have just become like extra because of some of the coaches I follow. And so, this One Woman Conference, which started September 15th and is going through December 20th. There's a lot of releases, some launches, some challenges that I need all of you to do, as well as me sharing a big piece of myself. And so I'm taking into consideration some things that some people I follow on social media have been sharing about themselves and how it resonates with me in my own life and why the One One Conference was so important, which also created Queen's Talks, or Queen. Nonetheless, instead of TED Talk, we have Queen Talk because I'm just not applying for TED Talk. I don't fit in that arena of people, I guess. Nonetheless, I wanted to give you like a little bit more of me being a little bit more transparent here in this space. And the reason why is I could literally pour out me and still not get to the point. And the reason being is that sometimes we just get so afraid. So here I am. I have this spot on my shirt. My hair is pulled back. I'm getting ready for bed. This is where I am right now. I'm getting ready for bed. And trying to clean up my office. Nana boarding school is over. All of those things, this is where I am today. And I have literally in the past few days have lost myself, lost my mind, tried to figure out how my daughter does it in this day and age, because there's no way in the world that I would have been able to do what she does with this COVID-19 and virtual learning, any of that thing. I did it for 3.5 days, and I am utterly like wanting to pull my weave out. Okay. And if anyone asks, this is my natural hair color. So I always wear the gray nonetheless, because I said that because I said pull my weave out. Anyway, for the past few days, and like yesterday, I really reached out to somebody and was like, I need you because I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling challenged. I'm feeling so like lost, and I don't even understand why I feel lost. There's no way I should feel as lost as I feel. There is no way I should even be in this particular place. There's no way, because I understood all of what God was showing to me as far as seven. I understood that. There's no way, right? But there was a way. There is a way. There is a why. Because even in the seven, the reason why I have to go through this last part of the year is, and why it has to be kind of broken down this way, is because in not 7 years ago, but 6 years ago, when God started training me on the prophetic patterns release, which in turn started the Demia Willis um, franchise. I don't even want to call it a series. It's just like a franchise now. Um, it was because of some things that had to change in me. And those things had to change in me. I had to realize who I was prophetically and walk in that. And what literally happened was a light bulb moment. I heard God say, you need to do this in front of the people so that they know it's me. And the only person that was literally there for me, there was one person that was literally there that showed up for me in my time of elevation. And so one of the words that this coach I've been following for a few years now, and I'm seriously following just in the past year, she used this word, and I knew it was God when she said, when women evolve, or the evolving of women and what they do, I knew it was God speaking to me because I had been using that word in the past 2 weeks. And I said, I've evolved. My Royal 24K line is evolving. Um, 2021 is going to show how I've evolved and blah, 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 blah. And so at this point, what I'm sharing with you in this 1.75 um, is change is going to happen and it's going to hurt because although evolving is good, change is good, it has to happen, for us to grow. It's going to hurt because it's going to show us where we thought we were invincible and we were not. When you talk about being a strong woman, when you talk about being a strong African American woman, you have to say to yourself, what does that look like? For me in 1989, it looked like a pregnant teenager who started college. For me, it looked like in 1991 when I changed majors and decided, okay, this is what I want to do, was on welfare and still hadn't finished, then I changed majors again in 1993, I want to say, 1992, second semester, I don't remember. And I had a child in 1994 and didn't stop. I literally did not stop. I was still proving people wrong. I was being interviewed. I had an interview on what was our Channel 6 News at the time, not Fox 6 at the time, it was just Channel 6. And I had an interview for the W2 program for PBS. I literally, I was being sought after for my piece of knowledge. And that was back in the early 90s. And here I am in 2020, and my whole mindset is reflecting on that, as well as reflecting on the last 7 years that are very important to me in my life. What happened to that girl between 1989 and 1995? What happened to her? Nothing happened to her. She just allowed people to shut her mouth. So she took the back seat, and she continuously took the back seat, the back seat, the back seat, the back seat, until there were no more seats to take. And so then she sat in the back all that time, doing nothing, reflecting, watching, trying to be there for everyone, still being strong, still being that strong Black woman, still being that woman who taught herself how to be excel at 10 key for data entry so that she could get the better jobs, or how she taught herself different computer classes, and she paid attention to the things that she needed, and she didn't do it in secret. She did it in front of people's faces. She spoke up about her. She was her. She was me. She is me. But for so many years she had taken a back seat. And so that one time in December, no, I'm sorry, that one time every other day in 2013, when she decided not to take a back seat, when she decided not to just sit there and do nothing and say nothing and just try to absorb things and try to find herself, when she decided that, wait a minute, when you tell people to wake up, you got to wake up first. You cannot say wake up and you're asleep. Your alarms are going off because God is sending all of these different alarms. She is me. So for the past 7 years, I've been growing and learning and applying and doing and saying, you know what? I made a lot of mistakes. I made some mistakes that people are not going to understand. I made some mistakes. I understand. I totally understand. But guess what? I was still learning. I was still applying. I've evolved. Things have changed. And I still got to be transparent about it. As hard as it's going to be, I've got to be transparent about it. Something I've learned, especially, reading this particular coach, her sharing with us, something I've learned about myself in the past 5 hours, just today, in the past 5 hours, is I've become too familiar with people. I've let people get too close for the sake of knowing the Lord. Even when you know the Lord, you have to be hesitant with the saints. You cannot let everybody in the front door of the church. You cannot let everybody in the back door of the church. And you know what? You might have to board up some of those windows. Because when people get too familiar and they don't know God like they say they know God, they might try to tear you down. They might try to crush you. They might try to break you. And then you have to start all over with, where was my discernment? So here I am sharing with you. And you know what? I might share this with the masses, just as a touching point. But, the 1.75 of me, it's not enough to say know your worth. It's not enough to say get your worth, know your value, know what you bring to the table. It's not enough to say, yeah, I'm a blessed and destined queen of the round table. It's not enough. You have to realize that you are a royal priesthood and what that entails. And it's not always the ankle length skirts. It's not always the simple post earrings. It is not always no makeup and your hair look like Whoopi Goldberg in Color Purple. No, it's not always that. It's showing up for you as bold as you can handle it, as bold as you can bring it, with all the strength you can muster because you trust who? Jesus. Why? Because you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And right now, I feel so energized that I was able to get that out and share that with you because I know who I am. I need to stop running away from it. And I'm going to keep saying that every day. I'm going to stop running away from who I am. I'm going to continuously show up. And if it cuts people the wrong way, you're in the wrong room. Just that simple. God bless.